Hi crafters, this is Charlene with SGB Crafts, and I wanted to show you an album that I made for a dear friend of mine. She is a pastor and she is moving away to pursue what she believes she's being led to do, and I wanted to give her an album to sort of allow her to collect her thoughts and her dreams along the way as she makes this new step in her life. So I borrowed from a lot of really cool ideas that I found on YouTube from Ginger, MySistersScrapper, and Kathy Orta, Paper Phenomenon, and just sort of put together a lot of really cool ideas to create this album, and so here we go. First, I wanted to talk about the cover. This is, I used Recollections Bling from Michaels. The flowers I made with a Spellbinders die. I think it was part of the Moroccan motif. 2 petals, and I put them together with a little bit of liquid pearls in the center there. And then the Enjoy the Journey is from a Tim Holtz die, and I just cut that out with some pearlescent paper that I found at Joann's, Coordinations paper, and just added the flower to accent. I used craft paper for the cover, which you'll see, and then covered it with this felt type of craft paper that I found at Archivers. And then the cover is a Martha Stewart punch around the edge. These panels, which you'll see a couple of times in the album, I actually made from a technique I learned on StampTV with Gina K Designs, of just scoring craft paper, and then I dyed it with 3 different kinds of Tim Holtz Distress ink: the vintage photo, antique linen, and aged mahogany, just dragging the ink over, and it made this very nice sort of faux wood paneling design. And you'll see I've used it on the front cover and also on the back cover, where I just added some stamps of compasses to guide her direction, and just put my own little stamp that I found at Hobby Lobby. I don't know if you can see it, but it says "Inspired by Life, created by hand, one-of-a-kind art created by me." So I really like that stamp, and I backed that on a Spellbinders die cut from the Moroccan motif collection. So the book opens, whoops, dropped it. The book opens almost like a portfolio kind of design. You open up the front cover, and the basic construction of all the pages is the same, because I really want her to build this album the way she wants to. So I made this little pull-out card. Again, you'll see that Spellbinders die quite a few places in different colors. And I just made a little card, "Close-knit friends are a gift from above," and this is a stamp that I got from StampTV, Gina K Designs, and this is also a bookmark that just pulls out of there. And these are just a journal tag that slips right into the pocket here with a space for journaling. I made these little pull-out folders, and this folder design, I actually saw a tutorial on Kathy Orta's YouTube page about how to make this file folder with the We Are Memory Keepers new envelope maker, and so I used that to make these little folding pull-outs, these 3-page, and she can add photos or whatever it is for where she's going to, and that fits within the pocket. This little panel here, if you can see that, is another example of paneling that I made with craft paper, scored the lines, and then dragged 3 different colors of the Tim Holtz Distress ink, vintage photo, antique linen, and aged mahogany, and then just accented it with the Spellbinders dies. She can add whatever label she wants there. The inside cover, similar Recollections Bling, flowers from Spellbinders, Martha Stewart punch around the page design, and of course one of my homemade panels just backed that. When you open up the other side of the album, I made a waterfall feature for her to add photographs. I haven't decided yet whether or not I'm going to add some stoppers on the outside, or I just want to let her put it together the way she wants to. But then I put a little journaling spot there for her to describe the pictures that she has in the waterfall. And then, of course, that flips up, and there's a little bit of a pocket there if she wants to insert another journaling card, of course. The design, I used the Kathy Orta hidden hinge binding system and made these file folders, which are really cool, and they open up in two different directions. It has a pull-out tag here, of course my pull-out pocket at the top. I made a separate photo mat here, and of course created another one of the folding folders for pictures and the like that just fit inside of that particular pocket. So again, she can build it the way she wants to. On the inside of this page, I've made a CD cover, and she loves music, and I put together a collection of praise music that she really likes, gospel, and just burned a CD off of my iTunes and put it in there, and used the same felt material that I used on the outside cover just to make that flap. And again, she can add whatever other label she wants. I think I'm going to give her a set of these stickers into the center section that you'll see in a minute, and then she can add whatever she wants to each individual section. And of course, here's another file folder here that pulls out, tag that pulls out. Again, I made that file from the We Are Memory Keepers envelope maker. On this side, you'll see on the back side I have this really cool stamp from Riley & Company, God's Got This. The background piece here I just wanted to talk about because it turned out so well. I'm so excited about this. I actually took scraps of the pattern paper that I used in other places in the album and made this sort of pattern, glued it down, and then I used I just glued down the strips, and then I used a Spellbinders die to cut that out, and it just made that whole stamp really pop out with 3 different layers of the Spellbinders. That's really nice. And then of course she can add whatever she wants to here. Again, I have another one of the pull-out pockets, a mat, and the folder. Whoops, a little out of frame, sorry. And another one of my handmade wood panels that go there. You flip it over, and on this side we have another stamp. This one also came from Riley & Company. You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. Really love that stamp. And again, I used the same Spellbinders label, just layered that and left a big open space for her to add pictures. Here's another file folder that she can pull out and add whatever she wants to. So you open up this side, and I turned it over, and here's another stamp. Now this stamp is from StampTV, and I loved it because it had the 23rd Psalm sort of etched into the back of that particular stamp, but it fit the die. So the Spellbinders die cut that I used for that, I could use it for this stamp as well, and then just put in the little message, the Lord bless you and keep you. Made another file folder. She can add what she wants. The next page has, again, the same construction, flip up, pull out, tag, a photo mat, and of course another one of my 3 folders. Those, all of them open as 3s, just like that, and so she can fold those up and write whatever she wants, her dreams, her vision, whatever she feels she's thinking about at that moment. She can just relax and sort of fill and build this album any way she wants to. Again, a file folder that she can stick stuff in as she comes about. This one I'm not going to pull out only because it identifies the place where she's living. She's actually just moving to Georgia, but I made a little tag, a little pull out with a mini album of the place where she's moving to sort of demonstrate to her. I don't know that she's ever had one of these mini albums before, so I wanted to sort of show her how to make just a mini little scrapbook page and slip it into the folder. Plenty of open space here for a photo, whatever she wants, brochure or whatever. And of course that page flips open, and again we have similar design, the flip up pocket, photo mat and journal page, a separate photo mat that goes into the panel, and of course another tri-fold file folder that's been decorated with pattern paper, and she can just write and complete that any way she wants to. There again you see another one of the panels. I actually turned it the other way around, and I had a lot of fun with that. I mean, just scoring. I just took one, this is a 1/4" score using a Martha Stewart scoreboard, and I just scored the craft paper on one side and then literally just started at the top and dragged the each of the distress stain colors over it, and it just came out so unbelievably cool. I'm so excited about that. And you can really see how even varying the colors, you get a slightly different kind. It looks like an old wood plank or an old wooden floor, or even just, you know, vertical paneling, which is really good. Now this is the centerpiece of the album, and this particular stamp came from Gina K Designs. Only God can turn a mess into a message, a test into a testimony, a trial into a triumph, and a victim into a victory. And this particular page I've closed with a magnet, so it kind of flips up. And when you open it, there's a space at the top. I don't know if you can see that in the frame. Try to adjust the camera so you can see that a little bit better for journaling. But that just flips up. There is a pocket here, a very long pocket that runs the length of the album. And so in here, just to demonstrate, she can put secret items in here if she wants to. I'm thinking about the package of the stickers that she can just put in there, and she can build whatever she wants on the blank pages. But each one of these, I actually cut this paper from the paper collection that I used, which is the Heirloom Die Cuts with a View Heirloom paper pack that I got at Joann's. And so I used a lot of the plain, not too busy designs to sort of mix and match here. And then I used some of the words, happiness, smiles, and good times, and created little pull-out booklets so she can pull out, demonstrate that particular pocket there. This one lifts up and pulls out, and it can be a journal just to record, and of course a space for another another photograph, goes there. And of course that is all attached with a magnet just to keep that closed. And this particular design of this album I'm really excited about, because I'm going to make an album just like this for my daughter. She's about to go abroad for a semester, and so I'm going to build a similar album for her, this basic construction, in order to give her something to record all of her memories. So this particular folder just folds one side down, then the other side over, then another side down, then the other side over, this side down, this side over, and then you pick it up and it all folds together. And then I put the side with the waterfall photos will close, and then this is my opening side that will close. And then I thought about putting a magnet or several magnets there, but as it turned out, the album is much thicker than I originally thought it was going to be when I designed it. So, and I think it's the little tri-fold folders that are really giving it a certain amount of bulk there. So I'm thinking I'm going to finish it off by just a ribbon. I think in my construction and design of this album, I thought that if she wanted to set it up on her desk like that and just sort of open it up as she felt inspired, and if she wanted to put photographs that she just wanted to look at while she's doing some other studying, that the album would just sort of sit up like that on her desk. You can see how that particularly looks. So that's what I thought about when I created it, and again, I'm making a similar one for my daughter to take with her when she goes abroad. So there's my album, and again, it's simple. It's not too fancy, I hope, but it just has a lot of the things to let Lynn know how much she means to me, how much she'll be missed, how much I support her in her journey for where she wants to go in the future. And this particular album just allowed me to show all of those particular pieces of putting it together. So this is not really a tutorial so much as just sharing of the particular album. I'm really excited about how it came out. A lot of the design features and the paper collection just sort of fell together. I like this binding effect. I did want to talk about that a little bit. It's the combination of the binding that Ginger shares on My Sister's Scrapper YouTube page, which I really found very useful here, and that hidden hinge binding system of Kathy Orta's really worked out well in creating these particular pages. So I recommend that if you're going to make like a travel journal, which is what I'm making next, and I'll probably do a video when that is done as well, and just creating all sorts of little pocket features. I'm sure that I could embellish it a little bit more than I am, but I really want Lynn to make this album her own, so I'm leaving some things intentionally blank. Just enough embellishment to sort of carry the theme through, but then really just to allow her to use this album in the way that serves her the best. So there's my journal, my mini album. Enjoy the journey. I hope you like it, and if you have any questions or comments, please post them in the video below, and have a blessed week. Thank you.